Welcome to Our Weird World, where each week we gather around the bonfire to uncover the world's most fascinating legends and mysteries. Tonight, we bring you the hauntings of Ohio University. So sit back, relax, and let the flames of our virtual campfire guide you through the campus on our ghostly tour. Tucked away in the rolling hills of southeast Ohio, Ohio University stands as a beacon of higher learning, celebrated for its academic rigor, vibrant student life, and historic charm. But beneath the surface of this seemingly idyllic institution, an unsettling presence lingers. A presence that has birthed one of the most chilling and persistent urban legends in American college folklore. It is a legend shared in hushed tones among students after dark, one that has been passed down from generation to generation, growing more terrifying with each retelling. This is the story of the haunting of Ohio University, a tale of restless spirits, cursed grounds, and a history steeped in tragedy. To understand the hauntings that plague Ohio University, one must first examine the land itself. Athens, Ohio is not just any small town. It lies at the heart of the region that has been associated with supernatural activity, a place where the boundary between the living and the dead is said to be perilously thin. Central to this legend is the belief that Ohio University is located in the middle of a powerful, mysterious formation, a pentagram formed by 5 nearby cemeteries: Sims, Cutler, Zion, Hanning, and West State Street Cemetery. The perfect geometric shape is said to possess significant occult symbolism, often associated with supernatural forces, witchcraft, and the summoning of spirits. Believers claim that this cemetery pentagram creates a vortex of paranormal energy, concentrating spiritual activity directly onto the university campus. This strange energy supposedly draws restless spirits from the surrounding graves and holds them within the bounds of the campus, making it a hotspot for ghostly encounters and otherworldly phenomenon. Rumors of occult rituals being performed within this formation only add to the mystery, suggesting that something far darker has been summoned or trapped on these grounds. Of all the buildings on Ohio University's campus, none is more infamous than Wilson Hall, a stately dormitory that looms over the west green. If the cemeteries form a boundary, then this hall is the heart of the haunting. At first glance, Wilson Hall looks no different from the other residence halls on campus. It is a place where students live, study, and socialize. But within its walls, there exists one room that has become the stuff of legend: Room 428. The story of Room 428 is one of the most terrifying aspects of Ohio University's haunting. Over the years, students who have lived in this particular room have reported a series of bizarre and unexplainable events. Objects have been seen flying off of shelves without any apparent cause. Unsettling knocking noises reverberate through the walls late at night, and strange symbols have mysteriously appeared, scrawled onto the walls in what appeared to be blood. But the most chilling tale linked to Room 428 is that of a young woman who lived there in the 1970s. According to the legend, she was deeply fascinated by the occult and frequently conducted rituals within her dorm room, hoping to communicate with the spirits from the beyond. Some say she was merely experimenting with seances and spiritualism, while others claim she was dabbling in far darker practices, trying to summon forces she couldn't control. Regardless of her intent, the result was tragedy. One night, she was found dead under mysterious circumstances, her lifeless body lying in the center of a ritual circle. No one knows exactly how she died, and to this day, the details of her death remain shrouded in mystery. After her death, the university sealed Room 428. No one has been allowed to live in the room since. Students and staff alike believe that the room is cursed, harboring an evil force that defies explanation. Those who have dared to approach the room describe an overwhelming sense of dread, as if an invisible presence is watching and waiting. The door remains closed, a silent testament to the dark forces that are said to dwell within. While Wilson Hall may be the epicenter of Ohio University's haunted reputation, it is far from the only building on campus with a dark past. Just a short distance from the main campus lie the Ridges, a sprawling complex that was once known as the Athens Lunatic Asylum. Built in 1874, the asylum was originally designed as a place of refuge for those suffering from mental illnesses, offering what was considered at the time to be humane treatment in a tranquil setting. However, the reality of life at the Ridges was anything but peaceful. Over the years, the Ridges became overcrowded and the conditions deteriorated. Primitive treatment methods such as lobotomies and electroshock therapy were commonly used, leaving many patients broken in both mind and body. The suffering that took place within these walls is immense, and it is said that the souls of the patients who died there still roam the halls, trapped in a state of internal unrest. One of the most famous stories tied to the ridges is that of Margaret Schilling, a patient who vanished in December 1978. For over a month, her disappearance remained a mystery, despite thorough searches. Finally, in January 1979, her lifeless body was discovered in a sealed-off ward of the hospital, lying in the same spot where she had died weeks earlier. Disturbingly, Margaret's body left behind a permanent stain, a dark, ghostly outline that still marks the spot where she was found. Many believe that Margaret's spirit haunts the ridges to this very day. Visitors to the site have reported sightings of her ghost wandering the deserted halls, sometimes staring out the windows as if searching for something or someone. Cold spots, eerie footsteps, and disembodied voices are often reported by those brave enough to explore the building, and many claim to have felt the presence of other spirits, perhaps the restless souls of the many patients who suffered and died there over the years. While the haunted buildings above ground are frightening enough, the legend of Ohio University's haunting extends beyond the surface into the dark and forgotten tunnels that lie beneath the campus. These tunnels, originally constructed for maintenance purposes, connect various buildings on campus and were used by workers to travel unseen between them. But over time, the tunnels have become a place of legend, filled with tales of strange happenings and ghostly encounters. According to local lore, the tunnels were once the site of secret occult rituals conducted by students and faculty members who were dabbling in the dark arts. Strange symbols and markings have been found etched into the walls, remnants of rituals long forgotten. Some claim that those who wander into the tunnels after dark can hear strange whispers or feel the presence of something unseen following them. One particularly haunting tale tells of a maintenance worker who entered the tunnels late one evening and was never seen again. His disappearance remains unsolved, fueling rumors that something sinister lurks in the darkness below. Students who have ventured into the tunnels out of curiosity or for dares often report an overwhelming sense of fear, as though they are being watched by something that remains just out of sight. Some even claim that the tunnels are haunted by the ghosts of those who have died on campus, spirits who have found no rest in death. As the years pass, the legends surrounding Ohio University continue to grow, with each new generation of students adding their own stories to the haunted history of the campus. Paranormal investigators have descended upon the university, drawn by its reputation as one of the most haunted places in the United States. Shows like Ghost Hunters and The Dead Files have explored the campus, hoping to capture evidence of the paranormal and uncover the secrets hidden in the dark past. Some investigators claim to have recorded electronic voice phenomenon, or EVPs, that seem to capture the voices of the spirits, while others have reported seeing strange orbs of light or shadowy figures moving in the corner of their vision. But despite the many investigations, the questions remain. Are the hauntings at Ohio University real, or are they merely the product of an overactive imagination and a deep-seated fear of the unknown? Are the ghosts of students, patients, and workers still walking the campus, or are they simply echoes of a troubled past? Whether or not we believe in ghosts, the haunting of Ohio University has become a permanent part of the school's identity. It is a story that binds the past and the present, reminding us that history leaves its mark in ways we may never fully understand. For some, the hauntings are little more than a spooky story, a fun way to pass the time in the dorms late at night. For others, the ghosts of Ohio University are very real, and their presence serves as a constant reminder of the tragedies and suffering that have unfolded on the land. As long as there are those willing to tell the story, the legend of Ohio University will endure, growing with each retelling. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, one thing is certain. The campus is full of mysteries, and the line between the living and the dead seems to be especially thin in Athens, Ohio. As we leave you here, remember, the legends of our weird world are boundless. If you've enjoyed the stories, please share, like, and subscribe to our channel for more content. Your support enables us to keep the past alive. Until next time, stay curious and beware what you may stumble into between classes.